Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. Henry. It's going to be a long day on this.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Taylor. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Taylor. And this is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
45, Mike, 45. You run. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Watch out. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Motion.
Taylor now throwing again. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45 the mic. Get the ball. 45.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Rush in.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Tighten up.
On first down, Kenny dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, stand up. Check 24. Check safety, check safety. Check 37, check 37.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Got one.
From the gun, Kenny. And this is Simpson with a catch. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Now Taylor to throw again. That's complete to Butler. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kenny. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw. Kenny. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Kenny. That is caught inside the 5. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Kenny. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
45, Mike, 45. Man, I got
to throw is Taylor. Going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
Ready? Set, go.
Here's Taylor operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Taylor. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 58 right there. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball, defense. Check 26, check 26. Switch. Let's go.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Taylor will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's get off the field. Whip. Rotate.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw. But the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Taylor looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd down, Taylor to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
a dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that...
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kenny. Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
I got it. Hey, switch gears. Big air.
From the gun, Kenny. And that will be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple of completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Taylor. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Ready, go. Check flag 45.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on second down. Taylor. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed head coach.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we're going to look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Back to throw. Kenny. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 45 to base. 45. You must be dreaming.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Y'all playing the wrong. Good. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Operating from the gun. Taylor. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Simpson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, exit. Watch Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball.
Looking to throw. Kenny is going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Kenny. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the Giants' 21-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
60 outlaw. Walk time. Tight and right. We got three.
Looking to throw on second down. Kenny, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Kenny. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back two, Mike. Back two.
On fourth down, Kenny. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Check 52. Safe. Check. Crunch. Now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Kenny. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Kenny. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 52. Watch the slant. That's it.
To throw again. Kenny. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Kenny. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch the 61. Matchbox lights.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Hey, Charlie, go. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the leg. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
On 4th down, Kenny. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And his kick here is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. What a spin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive this time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Crunch time, defense. No, check that. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
We got 4.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check nickel.
Taylor to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4.